Generic greetings and welcome back to Hoth. In the previous episode we managed to get a fairly decent start. As you can see, the generator is all on fire, which in this particular case is good. It's producing heat and I was going to say electricity, but I'm assuming energy. Generic units of energy. And we are gathering resources. As you can see, we've got a couple of gathering posts out, sorting all of these corners out, gathering coal and other such things, fuel, generic resources, and hopefully we're doing all right. Everybody has a little tent, maybe not individual, but they've got that there with some warmth as well. As you can see, everything's comfortable. If we go to the temperature, then for the most part it's good, which is just dandy, I guess. Although that is the cookhouse, which is only livable. So if we turn that on, it might be better. Although, I don't know. It's fine. Okay. So, that seems to be going okay. Let's unpause it and we will crack on. What we want to do this episode is, well, basically we're doing all this stuff on the left-hand side. So, secure food, building fighting arenas, stuff like that. And then eventually we'll get a beacon and send people out to scavenge. So, let's just max speed this out. People are going back and forward. We now have a bit of a choice here. A note of thanks. We just want to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. This new world you're creating, we can see things to be different. That's good. It was the right thing to do. And the hope increases by a little bit. That's good. That's very good. Although a lot of people are very, very hungry, which is interesting. I thought they would have gone to... it's because we haven't got a cookhouse, I guess. No, because they can eat raw food. They just... hasn't been anyone... why is no one working there? And that's now worked out. And also, we really want to... this is a problem. Let me pause it a second. Yeah, they should be getting food. Although, to be fair, we haven't made any food rations. No. Right, so that's cracking on with that. What I want to do is I want to see where my engineers are. We have 5 engineers here. We need to get rid of that and then max out the other one. So, right, actually important that we probably say none to that one. Max out the workers on that one. Max out the engineers, which are just, like, say, more specialised things. In the medical post, so we start treating the sick, and then that's about right. We can put some more workers over there. That should do. And there we are, that's a bit better. Right, so that'll crack on. Currently researching Hunter's Gear, which gives us a bit more food, which is good. Current food rations are going up. We can, if we want to, go up these this law tree here and go for food additives or soup. Food additives, let's see what that is. So, we can add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, although not exactly tasty. It's just cheap popcorn. Anyway, new recipe, sawdust meal, available in cookhouses. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly, and some people eating sawdust meals will fall ill. We also have soup. New recipe soup. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly. Eating soup will cause discontent. But, we get some more meals off raw soup. From memory, I believe that is 4... I think it's 4... You get 4 meals off it. Let's have a quick look. Cookhouses will produce 4 food rations from 2 raw food. And I think it goes from 2 raw food to 5. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. So let's just see if that actually works. Let's just max that out. People still are starving for some reason, or going to eat. There we go. We did have some ill people, but you can see that's now gone. That is good. So let us build with our resources a fighting arena right next to the medical post, which is, quite frankly, probably where you were going to have these things. Oh, good grief. Anyway, resources. How is that one there? That is 500. That's 57. These are both 500. So I probably want to think about maybe expanding out here, then gathering these resources. But how much is that? Oh, that's only 38 wood left there. So we're going to be running short on some timber. So we need to probably think about that one. We'll probably have to go for maybe some sawmills. Yeah, probably go for some sawmills. Okay. First things first, though. We've got the fighting arena there. I want to build another hunter's hut. I think do I want the 2? It's probably a good idea. Again, it doesn't really matter where it goes. It's just a shame it can't go there. But we'll put it there and we'll get that sorted. Then we want to have a road that will expand out over there. As you can see, it's Happy just to move along. Although, do you want to go this way? Because eventually, this might be permanent, this one, because these are two resources where you can gather stuff. Maybe that and then along. That might be the better way of doing it. Actually, it doesn't really matter, because we're always going to expand out like that. Oh well, let's just see how we get on with. So we'll put it there. Then we'll build gathering post. There. Right, that's fine. So, fighting arena built. Been established in accordance with a new law. Hope rises. And are people fighting in there? Yes, they are. You can't really see that. Oh, people fighting. Richard, someone, Greville. And I didn't see that. Oh, it shows you all the spectators. Everything's fine. Activity going home. Lydia Norwich. Not at risk of getting ill. Family all alone in this world. That's really depressing. Are we all truly alone though? Let's not get into that. So, people are still hungry, but it is going down, and yeah, there we go. Slowly going. And I'll get to the bottom. 1, and then 0. Cool. So, that's now got no red things at the bottom. Although discontent has gone up because, oh, it's getting cold. Right, I'm going to overdrive the reactor, or the generator. We don't need to do that, but it'll be problematic if we don't. See, these are now classed as cold, you see. That one we're going to have to turn on, the heater. And there's nobody working there. So we've got 2 and a bit days at this temperature. So we need to fix that. Right, I'm going to say none on that one. Turn the heater on, max that out, so we can gather more resources effectively, you see. That one's almost depleted anyway, so once that's done, we'll have some free people to go off. So we need to build a beacon and rescue survivors of our lost expedition. So we need a beacon. Where is it? Don't know, but there's Hunter's Gear researched, which is Hunter's Gear, gain 20 raw food per hunt. Excellent. Beacon, start the research. Good. That's why I couldn't find the beacon, because I hadn't researched it. Okay, so that's going on. Discontent is low. Hope is very high. That is good. Wood crates over here are... What is? Oh, depleted. Is it over here? Oh, there. There it is. That's where all the wood crates were. Okay, that's fine. I would ideally like some more people in there, but we just don't have the people to work there. But you can put workers in here, actually. There you go. Then I could build another workshop. We do have enough resources, so we might as well. There we are. But obviously we have to start looking at long-term stuff as well. So that now has been depleted and there's no resources in range, so we will dismantle that. We might as well. That cookhouse is no longer producing anything because it's got nothing to produce with. So we've currently got 171 food rations, 1 raw food. There we go. So that's why it's not doing anything. It doesn't matter. It just says cannot resume production required raw food. So people are not working there. That outpost doesn't need it because the Hunter's Hut just sends people out. That one is heaters off. Are these all chilly? They are all chilly. Do I want to turn all these on? It's going to use a lot of coal. It's not too bad. I think as long as we get through the... As long as we get through it, will be alright. Actually, you know what? No, let's... These ones here... actually, the child... We should probably heat the child centre, shouldn't we? All those ones, as long as they're just chilly, it's not too bad. Must confess the overlay is very slick. So It's all work. Because if people get a little bit cold, then obviously they're going to get taken to the medical post, and they shouldn't be gravely ill. So we'll see. So we haven't got a research goal, so I better sort that out. Actually, we'll build a beacon as well. Beacon can go. I really wish I could build it there. Let's build a beacon in there. Okay, so research. We have beacon. I do need to go for the next tier here, although there's a sawmill. Coal thumper. Pumping pressurized water into underground coal deposits. The coal thumper washes out the precious resource to the surface, forming a pile up to 560 coal per standard workday, enough for 2 gathering posts. Oh, okay, but that's not coal mining, which is slightly different. Sawmill turns frozen trees into usable material, produces up to 80 wood per standard workday, and the steelworks is 40 steel per standard workday. So the coal thumper just makes a deposit, whereas the coal mining is a bit better. We've got more scouts there. We've got heating, which we've got a steam hub here, so it's like a mini reactor type thing, mini generator, which is quite good. Improved heaters. I mean, all of these ones are like extra levels down. I'm going to go for the sawmill, and then we'll upgrade to the next one, I think. Probably the way forward. In terms of trees, we've got some trees there, so actually we can continue on with that. And use the sawmill over there. So that should be fine. People are there currently researching, or building rather, the shift is ending. Currently building the beacon, which we will deploy any second. Actually, let's enact a law first. So fighting arenas there. We've got dueling law and public house. The dueling law is to screen speed people who face deadly threats every day can be resolved in a duel. However, there's sometimes being able to duel reduces discontent. Each spontaneous duel will slightly reduce discontent. However, sometimes people will be killed in a duel. It also does not make mention to any level of problems of people being crippled or anything. We've got a public house as well, so we can have a pub. We also haven't done any treatment. So we've got sustain life and radical treatment here. So sustain life is, we can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatment. So gravely ill will be kept alive but untreated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. The gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden. The gravely ill will take up beds in the medical post. Whereas radical treatment, gravely ill will be treated in the medical post. Hope will rise slightly. 30% of the gravely ill treated in medical post will be left as amputees, and discontent will rise slightly. Right, okay. And then you can say extra rations for the ill or overcrowding. Yeah, there's many options there. I think, I mean, we're trying to obviously stop it getting to the gravely ill stage in the first place. That's the whole point. It's not always possible. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that one. Either way, let's get this balloon going, so we can now figure out exactly where we are, which could also be dangerous. But it means that our scouts have the ability to find us, or find their way back home, I guess. There's the beacon, and hopefully we attach the cable. Right, so this is where we have our sort of exploratory options. So we've got a crash site there, lost expedition there, and we do need to create a new unit. However, what I'm going to do is, well, we need 5 workers, so I'm going to reduce the amount of workers in somewhere. Now, that coal definitely need. Those are heading, I don't know where they're heading to. Oh, no, those, I'm guessing, are the hunters. Yeah, they're the hunters, so they're heading off. What I'm going to do is reduce the amount of people in... Where can we reduce the amount of people? What's this, actually? Ready to search. Yes, we need to win, so I'm going to pause it. We'll probably reduce... That's wood and... Oh, there's no workers there. Obviously, there's no workers here. Probably reduce this by 5. So we're going to get less wood and less steel wreckage, but we're still going to get the coal over here because I'm running this generator at overdrive. By the way, if that gets to full, game over because the generator explodes, and that's something you never want to say, or even experience, to be quite honest. Okay, let's just go for a, where is it? Let's view on the main map. Yeah, we do need to create then a unit for exploration. So we will create a set of scouts, and then we will assign a scout to the Lost Expedition. So those will head over to there. It's going to take 10 hours 49 minutes. Now the good thing about scouts is that they take care of themselves. You don't have to heat or clothe them or feed them or anything like that. They just take care of themselves because they are scouts, and apparently all powerful, all knowing. They are gods among us mere mortals. Right, so that's fine. That's working. There's our beacon there. Depth of field for the win. The generator is halfway to Explosion Town, so we might have to knock that off. Now the good thing is it doesn't just cool right down. You know, it does keep some. It dissipates its heat as it would naturally. So it's not just like a case of a binary combination of hot or cold. It slowly ramps down. So once it gets to here, we'll knock that off, so we don't overdo it. But I'm just trying to keep this going while it's -40. We'll probably only get to halfway to the other day. But anyway, let's just see how this one goes. So, current laws, we should probably enact another law here. I'm going to go for radical treatment. It means that anyone that's gravely ill, well, yeah, we'll have to sort that out. Discontent will go up there, but that's just the nature of the beast. I just hope they won't cut my leg off if I fall ill. At least we'll be saving lives. Exactly. I mean, I don't know. Again, it's all a matter of perspective, really. That is really getting too far into the red. I thought we'd have it a little bit longer than that. So I'm going to have to turn that off. So we'll reduce that one. So things are going well. We got the captain to thank for that. God bless our captain. I'd follow him anywhere. Yeah. You might not be saying that in a while when things go all kinds of wrong. Anyway, so what else do we want to do? Well, we probably need to. Scouts have reached the Lost Expedition. Okay, well let's check this out first. So, explore. A happy reunion. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We've been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. Site discovered, observatory and a sturdy shelter. So we found 2 other places. So we can escort the survivors to the city, or we can send them. There's a chance of them going wrong. I'm going to say escort the survivors here because it won't take too long. And now we've got a crash site, observatory and a sturdy shelter. So we'll probably have a look at the sturdy shelter to see if there's any resources, because this is quite useful for that, really. So, because you get resources and bring them back and things like that. So we're now going to get more people, which is good. It is good. It is good, but it also means we've got more mouths to feed, and well, we need to sort that out because we are currently going quite far down, quite quick with the food rations there. So yeah, let's see how this one goes. The heat is on that one. It is currently chilly. Those are currently also cold, which is why when I overcharge the generator, it goes up to livable, I believe. No. Temperature in all heat zones rises by 1 level. Okay. But I mean, this is... I can't run that generator anymore at that level. It's all over the place. We've also got a steam core, which I don't think I mentioned as well. It's used for certain buildings and upgrades, I think. It's more rarer than other things. So let's see if we've got the ability to make... We don't have the ability to make sawmill just yet. What else do we got? We've got child cell... yes, it's tents. We haven't got more tents. Should probably build more tents. But what I'm probably going to do is have a steam... Probably I'm going to go for a steam hub and do that. Because that sort of transfers heat. Sawmill now researched. Okay. That's good. You know, ideally I would want more scouts, but that does require drawing boards, which is 50 wood, and we just don't have it. So we'll go for heating and the steam hub. Start that. I don't know if it's more efficient to use a steam hub or what. I don't really know. Anyway, scouts number 1 have returned safely to the city. 9 engineers, 22 workers, 4 children. Okay, so we will... Yes. Get everybody here. There they are. They're our survivors. Excellent. People from our convoy reunions. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships. Okay, we will look for others. So, I'm going to send our scouts to... Several wrecked vehicles, no signs of life. They are probably our machines. Let's hope. We had to leave a number of supplies there. Let's go for the crash site, see if they've got a lot of supplies there. Okay. So, we now have a lot of people to basically set to work. So we can set more workers in places, which is good. But we also now have... our people found a trail leading to the wilderness. We should follow it. Find other people and help them survive. What? Have we got another one? No. Ah, we have to go to the sturdy shelter. Find another settlement. That's fine. Okay. Let's overcharge that for the time being, because coal is actually getting close to maximum. There is a maximum storage, which is this little line here. So let's build a sawmill. And we'll build it probably there. Connect up with a road. Like that. Okay. And then we can gather all that wood. Okay, max speed. Let's crack on. So, steel wreckage depleted, which was there. So now there's only... there's no more steel wreckage. So we're going to have to also start gathering from that iron ore deposit. Oh no, there's also steel wreckage there. So I could, if I wanted to, expand out. Put a road out here. Like that. And then resources, gathering post there. There are better ways of building things, by the way. A lot of people tend to build the inner ring and then leave a gap of 2 just for extra tents, and then build the level 3 buildings. Don't know if that's the best way of doing it. I personally don't, like I say, I don't really know. Probably is the answer. Probably. I just haven't done it on this one. Generate levels are critical. I'm going to turn that off before I forget, and then it inevitably blows up and then the series ends, because, quite frankly, I'm not a big fan of that one. We now have resource shortage. Oh, we're getting short on resources. Open the Book of Laws. What shortage are we losing? Oh, we got extended shift. What resources are we low on? I'm guessing food? Yes, food is low, so we need to get that sorted. There's also... Oh, it's an operative, yeah, of course it is. So we need to find food sooner rather than later. I would have thought, with the amount of hunters we've got, it would be a bit better. I'm guessing Book of Laws, then what I'll do is I will go for soup, and we'll see if we can make some more meals. There we go. So the cookhouse is now going to produce soup, so 5 food rations for every 2 raw food. Yes, okay. Here we are, reduced to poverty. Such is the price of survival. Anything to calm the growing stomach, just like in London. Anyway, so those have gone to there. We will now build a gathering post. It doesn't really matter where we build it, quite frankly, because we are going to get rid eventually anyway. That has only got a few more crates left in it. There's also coal and coal there, so we probably can expand that way. And we still need more housing for people, but we don't have the wood, which is why I'm trying to get the sawmill built. There we go. Okay. So there's that maxed out. People are going to hopefully crack on in the sawmill. We will also assign people in here. We'll assign some engineers because we can. There's no real problem there. We now have people sick though, but they are getting treated. Scouts have reached the crash site. We'll explore that. Fate of the Forgotten. Plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. Tangled together in a single frozen mass, these people were trying to find the least bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. Sites discovered a gloomy cave. We'll take the resources, food and wood. And we will head back, essentially. 7 hours, and we'll bring the food back as well, which I think is desperately, desperately needed. So, I think we will leave it there. Not too bad, although I'm worried about the food problem. This is now going to get a bit warmer, so that's good. But I will try to keep all of this heated. Also, we are going to turn the heater on there because it's really too cold. We need to build some more housing, but we now have a sawmill, so it should... is that not built? Why is there no... There we go. Now it's built. Yeah, once that's all sorted, we can then get more wood and then build more housing. But we do need to get the steam hub first, because then we'll be able to make sure that everybody's a bit warmer. And I'll show you that next episode. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. And I hope we don't freeze to death next episode.